welcome to another Conversations with Neighbours. Today we have Tracy Smith. She does many things. She's the founder of Kitchen Table CEOs, as well the creator of the Oh Yes We Can event series. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Lots of things to dive into today. I really want to focus on the Oh Yes We Can event series. I think it's something special that you are building. But first, what is the story behind tea over coffee? Why tea over coffee? Always been like that? Or when did the love for tea happen?
I'm definitely a tea lover. I've tried so hard to be a coffee person to fit in on that one, but I just can't. I don't know what it is, but the caffeine in coffee, when I ingest it, it races through my veins like a street drug. Yeah. I lose all fine motor skills and my heart starts beating. So tea it is. Tea it is for me.
Yeah. But a true lover of tea.
Absolutely. English breakfast, if you're asking.
So the creator of the Oh Yes We Can event series, take me back to the beginning of it, like starting it. What was the inception of it? First one was in 2023, right?
Yes.
Take me back. Why did you create it? What inspired you? Just give me your thoughts on that.
Okay. Well, I love connecting people. And as I started to grow my business, so-and-so should talk to so-and-so, should talk to so-and-so. So I love connecting people and helping them with that. An event is just an amazing way to bring together more people and have a much bigger impact. So we're coming out of COVID and I'm starting to brainstorm things and I'm thinking, maybe I could do an event that brought together female entrepreneurs and small business owners in the Aurora Newmarket area. And then the other thing is, as I looked around, I often saw things in Toronto that were kind of bigger and splashier for women my age, but I didn't see anything in our area that fit it. I wanted something that was super fun and inspirational, but not all fluff. And I also wanted something that would provide some real takeaways and information for business owners attending, but not so boring and dry that you're snoozing in the afternoon. So that was the inspiration behind Oh Yes We Can. Could I do it? Could I find that perfect blend? And so I call it the mullet of business events, business in the front, party in the back, and that sort of sums up the feeling of the day.
Yeah, and your first event, it was a success. I remember many people that attended it. There was kind of like a buzz around town of how good the event was, which is also very difficult for the first time event too. What were some of the challenges that you had to overcome when creating the kickoff, the first event of this series?
Well, you nailed it. Like it's really hard when you create something. There's lots of great ideas out there, and it's just telling people and getting people to buy in. So I think the first year, the hardest challenge to overcome was, who am I? What is Oh Yes We Can event? Like, why should I attend? Somebody could see it, but to get them to actually purchase and attend and buy in is a whole nother story. So how I overcame that was I was a part of a few different business groups at the time. And so I talked freely and openly about my ideas for it. And so naturally, I started to get a little bit of a community that supported me and started talking about it. I found a few champions in the community, Neighbor Media being one of them, that really got my vision for it. Some people didn't, I have to be honest. Like I did present it to one group early days, and there was not great reception and I second guessed myself, but I did find some champions and some people that really got it and they lit up like me when we talked about it. And so having those people to sort of carry me through and give me confidence when I was lacking, that really helped. The other thing I did was once I got those champions and partners for the event, I leaned on them a little bit for tickets too, because ticket sales are hard. So, with them being gifted tickets or helping find people that would like to attend, that really helped for year one.
Yeah. And year one went extremely well. It was a hit. Then you go into year two, it's a double-edged sword, I guess. You have the experience of putting on the first event of it, and it was a big success. But then as well, you have the expectation that kind of goes with it. But I think the general consensus, it was even bigger and better this year. What type of things did you learn from year one into year two, and little adjustments made to contribute to even more success in year two?
Well, like we said, the biggest challenge year one was what the heck is this thing, right? And I polled everybody on the way out with a paper survey, just simple little 3-question, and 100% of people that responded, which were like 90 people, said 100% they'd come back year two if they could. So that positive reaction, I think just when I went to sell the tickets, now it's like, okay, Tracy can deliver. Okay, we know what to expect from this event. And so right away, you had people that were very confident and knowing what they were getting and the value that they were getting. So that definitely helped. And I think year one, it was like, can I do this? Can I even do it? Can I achieve it? And we did. And then so year two, I had the confidence to say, okay, we know what this looks like. I know I can do this. How do I want to elevate this experience for everybody? So things like, having really well branded signage around just to make the whole space look color coded and coordinated. The other thing we did was we elevated the stage, changed location, and actually set up sort of a mock living room area. And somebody helped, local designer helped stage that. And I haven't really seen that at any events that I tend to locally. So I think that was a bit of a wow factor. And I was able to elevate. We also had really high caliber speakers both years, but this year notably, we had sort of a headliner that really helped. So all those things went into, another successful sold out event, which was awesome.
Yeah. And, as the event creator, it's like all these small little tweaks that actually have, well, they're probably big tweaks, but they have this subtle impact that people might not notice, but it does make a big difference. Like even, changing how the stage looks and elevating it a little bit too. And having the whole room come together with like, the palettes all matching and signage and all these things. It's subtle things that drive big impact. Now you got the 2 back-to-back big successful events, and you want to continue to expand this event series now, and you're going into launching the Women's Health Summit in 2025. So what inspired you to, break out and add another type of event, slightly different, but as well a kick-ass event?
Well, I love health. I've always been interested in health. Actually, fun fact, have a health sciences degree. But in the Oh Yes We Can event, we have about 6 speakers, and we try to cover off different subjects. And purposely, because being an entrepreneur and a busy woman, mom, is so well-rounded and hits so many different subjects. I try to have, a few business subjects, but then also a few softer ones. But there's only so much you can talk about in a 15-minute segment. And health, because I am passionate about it, and I feel like it's so important. And you see so many busy women, entrepreneurs, business owners, and in general, just sacrificing their health or not putting themselves first. So I thought, this is one subject that I really, really think that there's a lot to talk about. And I definitely can't limit it to 15 minutes. And age and stage, there's a lot going on, a lot of different things you're juggling in life. And so I thought, maybe we could do a deep dive and do a full day on women's health and cover more than one subject and just create a really open, honest, safe space for women to come and learn more about what's going on and share their feelings. And so that's where the Women's Health Summit came.
Yeah, and the same way that you saw kind of a white space for the Oh Yes We Can original event that you put on and putting on a great day, what can people expect for the Health Summit? Obviously, I know that you're thoughtful of kind of what the day breakdown is, so it's different and unique and adds value to the people that are attending it. So tell me about like the programming that's going to be at the Health Summit.
Yeah, and I think you touched on what I try to do. Like I really try to make my events a little bit different, and I don't just follow the same script that, most events go through. I really try to think, how can we make this different? And so for the Women's Health Summit, the format is the morning. We're going to hear from 4 to 5 speakers about different health topics. and, be learning and listening, Q&A sessions. And then in the afternoon, we're actually going to do an afternoon filled with exercise, moving your body, and demonstrations. So, it's, whether you're new to health, whether you're totally already into your health, it's an amazing spot to come and learn. And there's a whole bunch of different subjects. So we'll be talking about hormones. We'll be talking about boundaries. It's escaping me now, digestion and pelvic floor health. And then in the afternoon, we're kind of going to do the same kind of tasters of different exercise. So I'm not totally 100% yet, but I think we're going to have a little bit of yoga, a little bit of Pilates, a sound bath experience. And so it'll be a really great way to not just learn about it, but totally immerse yourself and kind of get inspired to get moving.
Yeah, it seems like the perfect blend for a health summit. It's let's not just go and talk about it. Let's do it too.
For sure.
A mixture of education and activation too. Get some movement in too.
Back to the mullet, right?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So we kind of touched on why it's important to incorporate the movement and the demonstrations at the summit too. I think it just adds that element to a health summit event, not just, I'm just picturing it's like, well, we're going to go to a health summit. We're all just going to sit in chairs,
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't put events on like that. So
no, and I will say, definitely the M word, menopause, is floating around and you see it everywhere. Will we be talking about it for sure, before, after, everything in between? But it's not just about that. It's so much bigger in that there's just so many questions women have, or they don't know where to turn or who to ask or where they can get a longer time, unpressured time to talk to other than, their general practitioner. So again, that's where the health summit comes in. And then at lunchtime, we're going to have local vendor health professionals so that, again, you're learning about all these things. You have more questions. Who can you connect to in your own community? A naturopath, a dietitian that is like 4 blocks from your house. You're going to have a much better chance at, making those changes or reaching out to somebody.
Yeah. And you just kind of released or launched this event for tickets to be on sale. And there's already a buzz building for this event that's coming up in the new year in February. As the creator of the event and the series, how does that make you feel that people are excited for what you're putting on?
Well, it makes me really excited that you're saying that, because it's really hard when you're in it to hear the buzz, if there is buzz. So it makes me excited. I'm also relieved whenever you host an event and sign a really big check for a venue. There is that, oh my gosh, are people going to come? So I'm feeling relieved. I'm also feeling humbled. Like I'm so honored that people have trusted me with this and now are believing that I can be trusted to bring them an awesome day. And I'm excited. I'm excited to bring it to them and to see how it unfolds and what else we can do with the series.
So someone that's listening or watching to this and they're on the fence of, should I attend this health summit or not? What do you have to say to them of why they should attend it?
Okay, this is good. I've got something. So I want you to think how we're normally feeling in February. It's dark out when you go to bed, when you wake up, always. It's cold out. You're sick of winter. Spring's still far way away. How are our resolutions really doing by the time February 10th comes? And so how would it make you feel to go to an all-day event dedicated to you and your health, surrounded by other women in your community, and just feel good for a day? Oh, and wear your stretchy pants all day. Totally, stretchy pants are welcome and encouraged. So I would just say that if you have any questions, you're curious about your health, you want a deep dive, or you just want a break from the winter darkness, come join us for a day. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. February, it's February 10th is the day of the event. It's like whatever that is, 6 weeks after the new year.
Yeah.
You might have promised yourself some things that aren't in. It is dark and gray out and could be feeling a little low. I think that this is a perfect event for any women in York Region to attend. And I don't want to get ahead of it, but you had your signature events. You're done 2 of those. Now you're coming up to your newest version, addition to the series, the Health Summit 2. Do you have a plan for the event series, or are you just kind of
winging it?
No, one foot in front of the other, kind of continue to see where the white space is, what the community wants, and just try to feed the community with great events like that? Or is it just, oh, let's just do these two? How do you think about it? Or is it just, we'll figure it out as we go?
Well, I keep my ears open, definitely. And so like with the Health Summit, you just start hearing all the questions, all the complaints, or all the, girl talk. So definitely keeping my ears open. I would like to expand it and include a financial event. I think that a lot of small business owners, when they're launching either at the beginning or a checkpoint, 3-5 years in, they have a lot of questions, and it can be really, really intimidating to know where to turn for that as well. And where do you ask questions, and simple questions that a lot of financial experts take for granted that we know, whether it's acronyms or whether it's balance sheet lingo. I didn't take accounting in high school or university, and now I run my own business, and I'm expected to know that. So I think a financial event is definitely on the horizon. Beyond that, I don't know. My husband and I always joke that maybe I should just hold a really awesome, fun party with dinner and dancing. But oh yes, we can. I would say the main event in the fall, the Health Summit in February, and a financial event TBD.
Yes. Yeah. I think that's great. I think that's a great idea too. I think that's perfect. Maybe a content creation weekend.
Yes. Actually, we have talked about this. So one of the ideas I had forgotten, thank you for reminding me, but I would love to create a curated event, a weekend for women business owners where they could kind of stay overnight and have that sort of little holiday feel, but encompass a whole bunch of marketing and branding in that. So you would get your photos, you would work on your content, you could do some videos, you'd also have other female peers there that you could network with and talk and really chomp, and, instead of an hour networking session, spend a day with people. And then at the same time, feel pampered and be in a cool spot. So thank you for the reminder. I'll put that on the to-do list. But yeah, that's something I am dreaming about.
Yeah, I do think that you are building something really special. And I think if you just stay to the core of, keep listening to what the community is asking for too, and then delivering that at a high level, that you can continue to build these out. So quick plug for the Health Summit. When is it? Where is it? Where can people grab tickets?
Awesome. So the Women's Health Summit, one day completely dedicated to you and your health. I'm saying take it, is Monday, February 10th, 2025. And it's being held, I'm super excited about this, at the Aurora Town Square in the new Performance Hall. So anybody who hasn't seen that, it's an awesome excuse to get in there and see the new location. Tickets are on sale now. You can go to kitchentableCEOS.com and you will see a banner there that you can click on to purchase tickets, and I'll see you there.
Love it. Thank you for coming.
Awesome. Thanks.